will that do for now? I look weird in a turtleneck when there's no context to explain where the turtleneck begins and where it ends. I'm gonna try and get this done really quick because I gotta head out to go see White and Chrome. Is that what it's called? White and Chrome? Basically, it's Mad Max in black and white, which is how it was intended. It's gonna be great. Hello, how are you? It's been a long time since I've done this thing. This nice, just casual, not weird or kind of sad or reflective thing. So, hi, how you doing? Fair warning, for some reason, since I've been back from holiday, my brain has been acting very slow. So if I don't finish words or say things properly, it's because I'm still on holiday mode. I'm so sorry. I want to talk about TV shows right now because I think it's really safe to say that we've reached a point where television is kind of at an apex. And not that this is the top and that nothing will continue to get better from where we're at now, but just nothing has been as good as it has the past few years. Not just in terms of stories and writing, but in terms of special effects, budgeting, the length of time in which an episode is shot to allow for a greater storyline and a lot more depth in each episode. And I right now have been really into The Crown. If you don't have Netflix, or if you don't really watch kind of period pieces, if you don't really care about the royals, this might not be for you, but I eat that stuff up. I can't get enough of basically everything that I just said. Essentially, The Crown is this really, really high quality television show. The acting, the actors that they were able to get, the production design, the location scouting, the research that was done on the show to ensure that the royal family were being represented well is just on point. It's phenomenal. But if we're talking about representing the royal family well, especially given that the main character is a woman who's still living and is one of the most iconic female, especially when you see what she does in the show, it's really tough to make sure that you're actually doing a good job so you don't piss anyone off. I have no idea, I haven't read into this yet, and I plan to do some research to determine whether or not the royal family has seen it, whether they think that it's true to life, whether the queen herself has seen the show. But if we're talking about the thing that I wanted to talk about, representation of a living person or of a person that's very, very iconic, how do you do that? It's really challenging, whether it's a book, whether it's a real person, whether it's something that people really care about, to ensure that from reality or from primary source to screen, that it's done well, and so many things are not. And I kind of had a thought about this, just chatting with a friend the other day, because I have heard that Claire Foy, who plays Queen Elizabeth, doesn't actually really play what Queen Elizabeth is like. I mean, there are certain details where you can't deny that that's Queen Elizabeth, just the way that she holds her hands. The voice is spot on, but from my understanding, she doesn't actually portray Queen Elizabeth exactly as Queen Elizabeth is or was. To me, that doesn't matter. I am able to look at her performance and adore it, but I kind of came to this conclusion that it's nothing to do with whether or not in a TV show or a movie the actor is portraying the character exactly as the character is. That's not the goal in cinema. I'd like to argue that actors' jobs are not to play characters exactly as they are, especially when you've got something like a book being adapted for screen. It's just not going to happen because there's so much that you have in books that you can't have access to in a movie. Things like what they're thinking, details that need to be missed or overlooked because there's not enough time in a movie or TV show. For example, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Those movies are arguably some of the most iconic movies and stories. I, of course, am an avid Harry Potter fan. I'm also reading Lord of the Rings, and seeing how they were translated is not entirely correct. I mean, when I watch the movies, and I think this is just a symptom of the fact that I read Harry Potter first, but when I watch the movies, Daniel Radcliffe is not my Harry. He does an incredible job, and I could not imagine anyone else playing Harry, but I still picture Harry differently because I know that he has different mannerisms when I'm reading his perspective. When you see it from the outside and you're trying to figure out what would that have been like, Daniel Radcliffe does an incredible job. I mean, he himself is an incredible actor. To think about the fact that he made the choices that he did, regardless of how young he was at the time, it's kind of amazing to realize that, yeah, that wasn't exactly how it was in the book, but I completely understand. And so, sure, Claire Foy might not have played the queen exactly as she is, but Claire Foy does an incredible job at portraying how the queen felt in that situation, so that you as an audience member can be like, shit, fuck, wow, that's a hard situation. And that's exactly it. That's what cinema is. It is portraying emotions. It's not portraying exact events, because we'd all be screwed. That's the beauty also of cinema, of movie, of televisions. Movies and television is that you are experiencing emotions of characters. You're not necessarily experiencing how they actually are. Anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about for today. Just a little food for thought. Please let me know your opinions about this, because maybe there's something that you've thought of as well that I haven't thought of, and I kind of just thought of this up on the fly when I was having a conversation with a friend, and I thought it's worth kind of recording and taking down just in case I have different opinions later, especially given the fact that I do act myself and would like to act more professionally, which is that entire idea of how to portray a character or situation. How do you do it? What's the best way? You know, it's an interesting subject and certainly worth exploring, and it would be interesting to just get the everyday individual's perspective. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing really well. Please let me know how your New Year's gone so far. It's bizarre to think that it's halfway through the month. Time goes by so quickly. Every single time that there's another year, it just goes faster. You can expect some things from me. I was very fortunate to get one of those things for Christmas. Game Capture HD. I was gifted this, and I'm very excited to use it, and I hope you know what for. I'm gonna be playing some Skyrim, except for some reason my PS3, it's been kind of freaking out lately. I'm not entirely sure what, but I want to play some Skyrim and many other things for you. So you can expect some of this, you can expect some random stuff as always. I think I also, just heads up, want to start doing some monologues or kind of acting things. If you are new, you can expect to see stuff that's all over the place. I know some YouTubers attempt to do a brand. First and foremost, I don't know if I can consider myself a YouTuber because I have no one watching me. But second of all, this is just stuff that I want to do. I feel like it and I make it. That's how it works. I've been talking for too long. Time for me to leave. Have a good night and I will talk to you soon. Bye!